Welcome to News Views and What We Choose with Danielle and Sniffles.
Grab a drink and a tissue and come and get the news.
Achoo. Cheers.
Warning, I am a allergy question mark mess. Again, for the record, have taken 3 allergy pills, a
Calm down,
dose,
Marilyn Monroe.
a dose of Dayquil and what is the Mucinex one? And like nothing is penetrating this. It is just like in me.
God, the jokes I want to say.
I know.
That's what she said. Um,
But
what?
cheers.
Yes. Achoo. What is that? A white Russian?
No, this is Puerto Rican eggnog. It's called coquito, and my mommy made it for Thanksgiving,
Oh,
and now we have jars of it, so I'm excited.
what
This
is
is
in it?
um lots of rum, coconut milk, the like evaporated milk, and then the condensed milk, like the really thick one, and cinnamon and like spices and stuff. It's pretty dangerous. Really
Sounds
dangerous.
like that would be a delicious candle.
It's delicious. What are you?
Uh, well, I was fun and festive last week. I'm not this week. I'm drinking a Josh Cabernet. So sorry, y'all. I'm not as
Uh,
adventurous this week, but it sounded good. And, got to stick with the tried and true. So here we are. I promise through next week when we do our extravaganza, I'll definitely bring something fun. So I'm not just drinking the same thing.
I might be drinking coquito again because I have literally like containers of it now.
Well, it's festive, so at least
It's festive. Yeah.
just
Maybe
do,
I'll throw something fancy in there.
I was gonna say maybe that or do different glass.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um,
Um, what?
oh, I said absolutely.
Oh, sorry. It just like the moment we talked at the exact same time, so it muted us both. So since we last cheers, what have you been up to? Since obviously our last episode was pre-Thanksgiving. So what have you been up to since then?
We hosted Thanksgiving. We had my family come over. We were missing a couple key family members, but for the most part, we had a pretty good group. We had like 15 people.
Hmm.
Um, and for us, like we do the mains and then like some of the sides. I did a stuffing. Charlie did the ham, the turkey, and he doesn't just make a normal turkey. He makes he brines it and then he does a black truffle butter turkey, and it is so good.
Does
And
he do
then
it where he like puts it under the skin? All like
yeah, oh yeah, it's gorgeous. I don't even think we got any pictures of the food. Like we should have done it because it actually was like social media worthy. Like people show their like food and you're like,
you're like that looks like a plate of slop.
What? Doesn't have any seasoning. This is different. And then my family, they're all really good cooks too. And so everyone kind of brought a different side and it was great. And then we had the coquito and wine. This was the first I think this was the first holiday that my family has had where we didn't open a single bottle of champagne. And I was like, I mean, I'm okay, but like, what? That is weird. It was really weird. But we were having a blast. And then we play games. So I designate someone to like host a game. It's usually like the 20-year-olds. And so we've been doing Family Jeopardy for the last like 3 years for
That's cute.
Thanksgiving. It's really fun. It's hilarious. Alana does a fantastic job. She goes like a section is hashtag influencer. Hashtag we all make, or not hashtag, we all make mistakes is a category, which shows like oh man, like some really bad like Instagram pictures or Facebook pictures or just stories from the past. Like someone said, who in her family has gone in a drunken ride home from a garbage truck? stuff like that. Who's had a moment with Bill Clinton was one of the questions. So some of my family has
Brianna?
had. No. Oh, Bianca. No,
Bianca.
actually Rosie, her mother-in-law. Um,
What?
yeah. And then mine like a couple of years ago was like who almost married royalty. That was really funny. I'll tell you.
Okay.
And then just like funny ones, like what was Charlie's band name?
Leftover
Like
eggs.
everyone is like guessing. It's so good. And then there's like always like one with like my brother, my older brother kind of looks like Pitbull. And so my niece will throw in a picture of Pitbull and be
He
like, where did you
does.
take this picture from? Trick question. So it is a blast. Truly, truly like recommend that. Had a blast with them. My boys were like just in heaven playing with everyone running around and just so much fun.
Do you guys
Uh,
have like an actual board that someone creates?
we do it virtually, so we put it on the TV basically. Like,
Oh, okay. I was like,
um,
you guys like do like a, what is that when guys get together for their fantasy football and they'll have like a physical board?
it's all digital. There was a year where my nephew did Family Feud, and he wore a bald cap and had a microphone, and I that was
One of
in
those teeny tiny mics, because that's remember
so
his like
he
his was
should
like that long like
I think he had like an oversized one, I don't remember, but it was really good. And that's kind of like why I was like sad that we were missing some pieces, but like, some of our family, but it was still really fun. And then it was like all of the kind of like holiday stuff. So I got in our Christmas cards, I got our pictures back. Um, so those will be going out soon. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and got like Elf on the Shelf like supplies and went crazy. I was telling Danielle offline that I spent $60. I was like went in there and I was like, okay, we're only spending 20. And then I was like 30. Okay, max 40. Walk in and I'm like, oh my God. Like ideas are just they're going.
and I would even say like some of the craft stuff that you got, you could even you don't have to do it. You can just have it be like the elf is presenting the craft and then you
Yeah.
guys like the kids do them. So you're
Uh-huh.
not like there at midnight the night
No.
before doing a freaking craft. Like
No, like one of my ideas is like I got like tinsel and like he's gonna climb and scale the wall with like maybe a few like stuffed animal friends.
that's cute.
Yeah. Like there's I also got like this a little miniature wooden it looks like a little tray. And I was like, oh, this would be a great like one for like cookies. And they actually had Elf on the Shelf themed sprinkle cookies, like a little bag mix. So I was like, great, there's one, like baked cookies with mom.
That is
Um,
so cute.
very, very cute. There's some like coloring books too that I got where like, can invite them to color, make a snowman. There was some really good ones. So highly recommend if you're doing that. I'm so excited and overly excited about this. I think I mentioned it last episode. I had ChatGPT mock up like a calendar for me, knowing that I'm traveling too on certain days. So,
Oh, are you gonna bring the
oh yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so when I talked about you bringing freaking stockings, you're like, no. Oh, but you're gonna bring an
no,
elf.
but I'm bringing that out. Yeah. He's little. And I also don't want to lose the stockings because I got special stockings, but they are
Mm.
hanging up upstairs. And so I might fill those before we leave. So then when we come back, they'll have their stockings.
Oh, look at what
Um,
Santa brought.
yeah. And then I went to an Christmas tree lighting. Celebration at Jack London Square in Oakland. That was really cute. So like there were some like KTVU anchors there, and then Barbara Lee, the mayor, was there, and then Santa was there, and he lit it up, and the Christmas. It was just very magical, and they had snow and a light show. It was so cute.
Did the boys get to like see Santa? Like on sit on Santa's lap?
They no, so they have him down like they I guess they had like a Santa like where you could go see him and like sit on his lap. I don't know when we're gonna do that. I kind of was low-key gonna like save that for Europe. Um,
Oh, if they have a Santa in Europe, then do the Santa in
might do the
Europe.
Santa in Europe, yeah. Because we were like, okay, let's get out of here. And then we went and like got dinner like down the street from the celebration.
No, one of the three countries you're going to will definitely have a Santa.
I feel like there's gonna be a Santa. And then earlier today, we just had like a full-on like day for the boys. We went on like a little hike. It really was like a genuine little hike. Like we went downhill and then we had to go up that hill, and it was a crazy ass hill.
Did the
Um,
boys like go pick me up?
Yes, of course. I was like, Mom's arms are gonna fall off. But we found the ladybugs. We finally found them. So this was our second attempt, and they were everywhere. It was so cool. I've never seen that. I was very stoked to see it. And don't ask me what they do. I don't know. Are they breeding? Are they molting? What are they
They
doing?
look like they're breeding. Big
They
ol' ladybug orgy.
I'm gonna Google it while you talk
Okay.
next, but I'll figure it out. But anyways, there's tons of them. They're like over, like they're on bushes, and there's like this really cool bench that they made out of like a giant piece of like wood, and then or a tree, basically like a cutout of a tree, and then they just were everywhere. And the boys are kind of like nervous around bugs, and that's probably my fault. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, but look, Mom is holding a ladybug. Like, I'll do it. And so then they were like, oh, okay. And it's the only bug I will hold, by the way.
Oh
Okay, a lady
yeah.
or a butterfly, which you're not supposed to do that. So I don't do that. But
No, I've had pictures of Forrest when he's little, like looking at a ladybug, like really intently, like,
cute.
so cute. So,
What have you been
s-
up to?
speaking of hikes, like I said last week, I had gotten a stun gun slash taser and just for protection, just in case. But we did our first jaunt outside on a trail. Got the boys layered up because it was super cold and brisk. So we literally were wearing like thermal, sweater, jacket. But we went, I want to say it was like they did really well, like 3 miles, but
That's pretty good.
they pulled the same thing that they your kids did with you. Like, well,
Uh,
not they,
just
like
you.
it's only me, so I'm only one person. But of course I can't carry them both like on a for a mile back. Like, nah. So unfortunately, like Wyatt got to be held for a little bit, but then I'd be like, okay, you need to walk. My arm is literally on fire. Like you need to go take a little walk. Um, but it was just super cute because like there it was relatively like, you know, covered with trees, but then there was bridges and there was water. And so like they went on a like to go look for these exotic animals. We did see deers, turkey vultures, and ducks though. So at least it wasn't a complete wash.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh,
But overall, really love that we got out and obviously got around and like the boys were tuckered out and they enjoyed walking and whatnot and just looking for adventure. So I definitely want this to be more of like if there's nothing going on that weekend, then we'll just get out, even if it's for an hour.
yeah.
Um, I'll work. That was today, so I'll work backwards now. Thanksgiving went day of, so I'm lucky enough that my cousin only lives like 2.5 hours away. So my other cousin that lives local, one of my other cousins, again, a lot of cousins. So sorry if this sounds confusing, but my boy cousin was 6. So my girl cousin had to catch a ride with me, Sheree, who we went out for my birthday with. Um, and they both hosted at their house my kid's birthday. So she caught a ride with us on our way there, but pre-Thanksgiving, I took Wednesday off because I knew I was going to do a lot of prep. I never show up empty-handed. I legitimately could have easily only done two, but nope, I did four different things. I did, well, maybe technically five. So I baked, I'm like, where should I start? I baked cinnamon roll centers, which means like I purposely make them so they're all supposed to be equally like the gooey center of the cinnamon roll. So I made cinnamon roll centers with a vegan buttercream cream cheese frosting. Then I made hot cocoa teddy bear cookies with sugar cookie ears and nose, and they're filled with marshmallow fluff. And then I also made cookie butter Christmas tree pastries.
Um,
Then I made a sourdough loaf in the shape of a turkey and then brought like a balsamic olive oil dipping situation. So overall, everything was a hit. Definitely brought way more than like even my cousins were like, you brought all this? Holy crap. So I just can never show up empty-handed and I couldn't hone in on like what exactly I wanted to make, like one. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do it all. Why
Yeah.
not?
It
So
looked cute. I saw it online. Really cute.
yeah, and they were tasty. Like my great aunt loved the pastries, my cousins loved the cookies. Everyone devoured the sourdough bread. Like maybe a third of the tray of cinnamon rolls were gone. And then my cousin and I just split the rest because I'm like, I'm not going to leave these behind. They're going to end up in the trash because there's so much leftovers. There were
Oh, yeah.
like six different pies and all the stuff that other people brought. So I was like, no, I'll do her a solid and not leave her with like more. But yeah, overall, the actual drive was fantastic. Didn't have never experienced that where you don't hit traffic because I'm always like going the day before with everyone else or going like 2 days before sometimes with everyone else. So it was a breeze. 2.5 hours there. Was there for maybe like 6 hours and then 2.5 hour drive back. Got back, dropped off Cherie at 10:30. Got me and my boys home by like 11. They had fallen asleep. So thankfully they were able to transfer pretty well. So
Good.
yeah, but all in all, it's a really great weekend. So now I still have the next couple days off and I will talk about this later, but I did a lot of watching
You did?
because I did. So today was like getting the boys out and stuff. But yesterday was definitely a rot day because it was just like I was go, 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 go. And like I just needed a rot day. So I watched a lot yesterday and then finished up some stuff today. So I'll chat about that later. But all in all, I honestly say great to be able to see family. It does suck because like I feel like a lot of us do live relatively close enough to each other that we could get together more, but it's just people are so goddamn busy.
Oh, yeah, it
You
is
know,
hard.
like even if you like you're probably like an hour away from some of your family and it's not like you're like seeing each other every weekend.
Well, I see my mom the most. I know it's like sad, but I totally get it. And um yeah, I wish we did have, like the family like once a week dinners if we could, but that's like I just yeah, there's no way.
It's just like,
So
and if you
that's
have
what I
kids,
can
yeah, if you have kids that have like activities and like other people have like conferences or out of town stuff, or, it's like there's just always going to be a hiccup. So I
get.
personally would love to be able to see, people more often, but it's just, again, it's just hard to kind of coordinate schedules sometimes,
Yeah, it
you know?
really is. Um, oh, I looked up. Okay, so it's they migrate. Ladybugs migrate seasonally to find overwintering sites with suitable shelter and food, congregating. Wow. In wow, Damiana, large clusters for warmth.
I hate the word clusters. I
Clusters. Why don't you like that word?
don't know.
Clusters. Is it like moist?
So I grew up, that word doesn't actually bother me as much anymore. But clusters and then engorged.
It's a horrible word.
I'm telling you, like these words are gross. A cluster of engorged ladybugs.
Well, let's talk about the engorged idiot in the White House.
Yeah, this fucknut.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just gonna put it right here. Allegedly, as we dive on deep into the alleged additional, adding to the mix of potential insider plotted event, question
Uh,
mark.
mhm.
So everyone has heard, I'm sure by now, but the National Guardsman, uh, Andrew Wolf was shot. He's actually, as of 7 hours ago, he's fighting for his life. So he did not pass But then it says another member was shot and killed. So I guess there were two. So I think it was Sarah Beckstrom is the other member that did pass. And then Andrew Wolf is fighting for his life. So West Virginia National Guardsman, of course, this is the New York Daily News and it requires me to sign up. So let me click something else. So National Guardsman shot in DC is hanging on, family pleading for prayer, Congressman says. So the West Virginia National Guardsman, who is in critical condition after being shot this week in Washington, D.C. So everyone's referring to it as the DC shooter,
Mhm.
um, the person who actually shot. But representative said that Saturday that the family Andrew Wolf, 24, is committed to service. His father is deputy sheriff of the county next to mine, and Andy wanted to follow in his footsteps and serve his nation as a National Guardsman. Andy is hanging on, and he is a fighter, and his family has told me that time and time again. He is a fighter. So, but above all, he wants everyone to continue their prayer. So Andrew Wolf on 24 was shot on Saturday, November 20. Oh, wait, no, that was the latest update, was November 29th. I was going to say this happened a couple days ago.
Mhm.
Um, the one who did pass, Sarah Backstrom, she was 20. She was one of two
Wow.
guardsmen who were shot. So obviously, we already know Andrew Wolf is in critical condition. But unfortunately, Sarah Backstrom, she died on Thursday. The news came a day after she and U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant were shot outside of Washington, D.C. During a metro stop. This is not a result we were hoping for, but it was a result we all feared. Trump confirmed Backstrom's condition on Thursday and said Wolf remained in critical condition. Beckstrom enlisted in the West in 2023, so she just started. She's fresh. So young. So sad.
Wow. Very young.
Um, what is actually the status of the DC shooter? They have, so he's a 29-year-old gunman, suspected gunman. This is what was now this goes into what I put on here. Um, so the big thing is everyone's like, oh, he's Afghan. Oh, he's an illegal. Oh, he's da da da. But then judge rules that Trump's uh, hold on, click the wrong link. 1 second. So the DC shooter was actually pardoned by Trump.
Mhm.
So the DC shooter and Trump. DC shooter and Trump. I just want to make sure I get this right. It says the DC shooter was upset by successful deployment. Um, this was a day ago. So yeah, it was kind of confusing because also this is where he also attacked another news anchor. So I posted a video. She was in purple.
Mhm.
Here, I'll drop a link here for you so you can have a visual, but it'll be in the description. But this is where he has at a press conference, and this is when he said, and I quote, "What are you, stupid?" to a reporter asking a question because what happened was he was asked questions about, obviously the DC shooter and his connection with having him pardoned, or I think it was the word pardoned was used. But when he was corrected because he had said something completely false and he was corrected by the news reporter, he then leaned over at the desk and he goes, "What are you, stupid?" So he also posted, this kind of goes into the Thanksgiving tweet. Did you read it? Oy, oy, oy. So within a week-ish, he obviously said the quiet piggy last week.
Mhm.
He then called that news anchor stupid. And then he also used the hard R in a tweet on Thanksgiving
Oh.
that he posted on Thanksgiving.
Oh, in a tweet?
So a very happy Thanksgiving salutation to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct, in quotes, and just plain stupid, capital letters. Here, I'm going to drop a link so you can actually see the full thing. I'm going to continue though because it is not done. Um, when it comes to immigration, so this is, he was saying, is plain stupid. And when it comes to immigration, the official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people census, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institution, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported uh, through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened in our country, and it's eating them alive to do so. And then he says a real migrant population is much higher because he goes into like a migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for their prey, as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously R word governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both. While the worst congressman slash congresswoman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, sorry, and who probably came into the USA illegally, in that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country.
Mm.
Da, da, da. It's or hatefully complained about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. This was posted at 8:27 p.m. Oh, this was on Truth, his Truth site.
It's interesting. I had just heard a story on a podcast, Apple podcast, about Operation Allies Refuge, which is where the shooter, like how he entered into the country. And they were talking about this, because during I believe Biden administration and maybe even before that. So Operation Allies Refuge was an evacuation effort carried out by the United States. So this initiative was like done through the United States. During the 2021 Taliban offensive, it took place in the final weeks of the war in Afghanistan and saw the airlifting of certain at-risk Afghan civilians. Um, so they're particularly coalition allied interpreters, employees of the American Embassy in Kabul, and other prospective applicants for the U.S. special immigrant visas. American personnel also helped NATO and other regional allies. So the way they were explaining this was these people had targets on their backs from the Taliban, and the US helped them in return for like support as well to like figure out who like was running Taliban, just any kind of like insight. And so the deal was like, if we share this, like this even more puts a target on our back. So like we're going to be moved into the United States. So these are people who've like helped us, and when the Trump administration came in, it like paused and they've been stuck in this refuge for like since 2021, not knowing. And so some of them have been granted access, some of them have been denied access. But you can imagine if you go back into like to where your home was, you're dead. Your family's dead, everyone's dead. So interesting that that happened. I don't know more than like what I've heard, but I feel like this is just kind of me raising my hand and saying like, I'm a little ignorant to the inner workings of like what's been going on in the Middle East, how much we're involved in it, and like little operations like this that are, helping. I'm doing air quotes, helping or not helping. It gets complex, and I think it's easy to just kind of like lump it and be like, don't, not worrying about this or not caring enough. But then you see like there's actually families here. Their children, like, I'm just reading off of like Wikipedia now, but just like in that refuge, there's like actual families. Um, so very interesting.
Well, and also there's one thing that came out was that the DC shooter's name, Google searches indicate that the DC shooter's name was searched many times hours before the attack even happened.
By who?
There was a spike, so I have a link that I'll put in the description, but it literally spiked up, like shot up. No pun intended, sorry. Um, but that's not an accidental name you Google. Like I just plain as day. That's not a name that you accidentally Google multiple times. Like, so that's kind of bizarre. So that's why people are also alluding to the fact that it was allegedly, insert the blank here. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. So,
Well,
also what Trump is doing, because he just no rest for the wicked. Trump is talking about taking US citizenship away from Americans that basically speak against him.
okay.
So yeah, a naturalized citizen is called naturalization, denaturalization. A naturalized citizen is not an immigrant in the eyes of the law. They are an American. Their rights are supposed to be permanent. But Trump says he wants to denaturalize citizens. He thinks that do not love the country they are in or are not a net asset to keep the country running. So just think about that for a second. So he went on of course, a rampage. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the US system to fully recover, terminate all of the billions or the millions of Biden illegal admissions, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the US or is capable of loving our country. And then he also said, uh, anybody that undermines domestic tranquility.
Yeah, aka doesn't fall in line.
Exactly. Someone who literally speaks against him could
Mhm.
fall into that category. So, yeah. So that's something that he's threatened as well as remigration. And that was Homeland Security posted on 11/28 at 10:38 a.m. The stakes have never been higher and the goal has never been more clear. Remigration now. Remigration is a far-right concept originally from Europe of ethnic cleansing via the mass deportation of non-white immigrants and their descendants, sometimes including those born in Europe, with local citizenship to their place of racial ancestry.
So they go back to where they ancestrally came from?
They never lived there, but in
Yeah.
their ancestry,
They go
that's
back.
where you're going.
Ah, okay. Are
So
they
that
gonna
could,
use like 23andMe? That's now not there anymore, or
what is the other one? 23andMe, and then there was another one.
the tree one?
Lending tree? Link
Ancestry.com.
tree? Link
I think it's
tree?
just ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Uh, that's interesting. I'm curious, okay, what the thought is there. But yeah, I mean, it's just full on just chaos and being,
Chaos.
unconcerned with human life.
None. None
Yeah.
at all. Um, and then speaking of human life and not giving two actual Fs, this goes into what we choose because they take away, he quietly took this away. Uh, and this happened yesterday. They took away the testing that protects US, or I guess us in general, from asbestos in talc makeup.
Oh, good. Actually, they also removed or added back a forever chemical that has been banned on food.
Yeah, so they're spraying that all over the food. They're letting us have asbestos. Thankfully, a lot of the makeup companies I use says talc free. But if you
Yeah.
have talc anywhere in you just assume that it has asbestos in it, like levels of asbestos that is not safe. Because they took that away. So it says that another quiet rollback is another corporate wish granted. Basically, da, 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 da. Talc is in cosmetics, talc that has a documented history of asbestos contamination, the same asbestos that we spent decades learning causes cancer, kills workers, destroys lungs, and haunts families. But the FDA, the agency that exists to protect us allegedly, has officially withdrawn a rule that would have to require companies to test talc-based cosmetics. So they don't even have to test talc-based cosmetics for asbestos. So they don't even have to test it anymore.
That's so shitty.
Oh, and then did you hear about him also removing uh they don't want to do the air quality checks anymore? And this is supposed to like prevent thousands and thousands of deaths yearly.
Mhm.
It's going away too. So he's really just trying to kill everybody.
So things that might have talc in them if bans have ended or been weakened. Chat says personal care and beauty products, so baby powder, body powders, face powders pressed or loose, blush, bronzer, eyeshadow, foundation, setting powders, dry shampoo, um, deodorant, antiperspirant, and feminine hygiene powders. So basically look for clean products and maybe products too that are like tend to lean a little bit more towards the left, right?
Left,
I
right.
That's right. Like Selena Gomez or like the House Beauty, right? Like they're probably not gonna.
And I'm kind of bummed because the company that I really loved for like organic makeup, they went out of business, Beauty Counter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's such a bummer because I loved their, I don't use foundation, but I use concealer. So I would use concealer and then I'd set it with their powder and both of the products, phenomenal, but they don't exist anymore.
I wonder if Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals has been around for so
Holy
long.
shit. I forgot that a company existed.
Yeah, and they've always like um it's clean beauty. And I actually was just talking to a friend who was like she was told that like it re works really well for like as your skin is starting to like change a little bit with age, with the season, that it's a little bit more like friendlier for that. And I like used to work there and I remember like it would like blend in really nicely. So I'm kind of curious on like, checking it out again, you know?
I actually remember Misa always because she had really bad allergies, so she would blow her nose and then use the Bare Minerals like around her nose to like all the time.
Kind of like powder her nose.
Yes.
I'm having a black eye right now. But yeah, so they do clean beauty and they've been around for like 20 or 30 years.
Oh yeah. What was the other one
So
that I used to always visit you at in the corner by Macy's?
benefit counter. Oh yeah. They are not clean beauty though, but
No.
they do some fun
They
stuff.
they had cute stuff though.
They sure did.
Well, a couple good news we're sipping. So a South African teen is the actual name. Bahale. I'm not gonna even try that. Bemfalele. A 16-year-old didn't just imagine a safer world, she engineered one. So while most teens were surviving exams and scrolling Instagram in 2020, Bahale from Limpopo was building a discreet safety device in the middle of South Africa's gender-based violence crisis. Her idea, an earring that quietly sends a real-time alert, location, and photo to your contacts with a signal press. If you press it, there was no shouting needed, no running, just smart, intuitive safety tech created by a girl who refused to let fear win. 5 years later, to current day, she is still pushing for this to have the future forward. She's turned that science fair prototype back in 2020 into a startup. She's studied IT, she's mentoring girls, and she's proving that women in STEM, youth innovation, and community-driven change aren't just headlines, and they are actually a foundation of what real tech could look like.
I love it. And you said it right. I think it's Bolale.
Okay,
Hola.
so it was close. But
Mhm.
that is freaking awesome. And it was based strictly when she was 16. She was doing it as a science fair project.
I love that. Get
A-
it, girl.
right? And another was because the link I put in here went to the wrong spot. It was duplicate. So I have 11-year-old Cartier Carey turns lemonade into $4,500 for families in need. An 11-year-old garnered community support by operating a lemonade stand during the summer of 2020, successfully raising $4,500 in his first month to aid families in need. This initiative, which also collected over 22,000 diapers and wipes and provided essential supplies for parents struggling. This happened in Hampton, Virginia, but he is continuing to have fundraising occur and further donations. So
Amazing.
these are children, 11 to 16.
I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing
So that
world.
portion, I mean, don't discount your age. If you are a youth, you are, I'm raising my children to think are capable of anything.
Hmm.
What were you told as a youth? Like, as long as you set your mind to it,
You can do it.
you can do
You can
it.
do anything you set your mind to.
So what did you watch?
Um, so a while back, a long while back, Charlie and I started Skeleton Crew on Disney, which is one of the pull it up, Star Wars kind of
Okay,
off.
so I was like, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It has Jude Law in it. And some other people I'm sure you've seen, but it's like based on like a bunch of kids who um accidentally get off of their planet on a like basically an old pirate ship, and then they go
Hmm.
through this journey of like how to come back. It's actually pretty cute. But we stopped watching it, I think because like again we had like too many things going on and then kind of forgot about it. So we were on episode 6 and there was only 2 more episodes. We were like, what are we doing? But then I feel like we turn it on, and this week in particular we've been really tired, so I didn't watch as much, just trying to like prep for Thanksgiving. And so we were kind of zoning out, and I was like, no, we need to watch this. We need to finish this. But it is really cute, and there are people who like love it. I know.
Did you finish Frankenstein?
I did finish
Thank
Frankenstein.
God.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. Yeah, no complaints. I love, what is that actor's name? The doctor guy, basically.
Oh, Oscar Lucas? No.
Where did I
Oscar
put it?
Isaac?
Yes, Oscar Isaac. Daddy. What? Who said
Okay, so what's funny is I always think of him as the guy from he's also in Andor,
that? Huh?
Andor or one of Star Wars TV shows. He's
Oh,
he's in one of those. I have not watched,
oh
but
yeah, he's the pilot.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
but
Uh,
he's also in Sucker Punch, which I've talked about before. He's in Sucker Punch and he plays the head guy that runs the mental facility.
oh, I remember that.
Mhm. He wears
But
eyeliner.
in Dune, he's the dad, and oh my God. Um, Beautiful. Also, another great show is Moon Knight, which is a Marvel show. And oh my God, again, love him in that.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, yep. Amazing. Love, obsessed with Oscar Isaac. Okay, anyways, moving on. Then I've been watching The Great British Bake Off. I think we're at the like semifinales.
So you only have one episode left, or you're at the beginning of the semifinals.
The beginning, so I think I have 2 episodes left. And
Okay.
then Welcome to Derry. Although I can't remember what I watched. Like everything is a blur, especially with all the medicine that I've had. So I apologize, guys, but I'm actually really loving it. What happened? Do you remember what happened?
Wait,
Wait, am
did
I on?
did I watch the last episode?
Welcome to Derry.
Oh, maybe I didn't watch the last episode.
What episode is it? What episode are we on?
I
Episode.
watched up to four. Is there five already out? We talked about four last week.
We did so the pilot, the thing in the dark. Now you see it for. Nope, there's five. Five.
Oh, so I haven't watched it.
Um, Colors contain entities so you can
Because
control.
remember, episode four ends with like the picture.
Oh, okay, it's coming back to me. Yes. Um, okay, I won't say it. Okay, so yes, so you need to watch that one. That one is a really good one. It's coming back to me.
We
Hmm.
we actually see because I remember at the end of four we got the picture and all
Yes.
that stuff. So it's like you actually got a visual. But I know
Yes.
that based on the what's upcoming for the rest of the season, it shows that he's going to
Right.
be introduced.
Yeah. Yeah. So fun stuff.
Cool.
Very fun stuff. It was like flashbacks like in my brain right now of like what happened. Yes. And it was scary. And I totally did yelp. I was like,
Well, then
yeah.
maybe I think what we need to do is when we do record next week. No, I was going to say we can talk a little bit about episode five.
Nah.
We'll save it. We'll save it for January.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
done by
It's
then.
it's a January thing.
It'll be done by then. We're gonna have a long
I've
ass
been saying,
episode in January.
oh my God. I've been saying like that sounds like a January thing a lot at work now. It's like that season. I love it. Uh, like, is that a January thing or
Could
is
this
that
be
an
handled in 2026?
Okay, and then I watched Stranger Things, but I only did episodes one through, wait, hold it up. Because I was like confirming one through three, and we didn't finish three. Like I'm realizing.
Hmm. Oh, you better watch it. Uh,
Actually, oh no. Mm-mm. No, we're almost there.
dude,
Um, I'm
dude.
reading.
So, okay, so what is your first thoughts of the first episodes you have watched? So we can talk about
Oh,
that.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so maybe this is what if we wanted to do like a little mini Stranger Things recap.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's so easy to watch. It's very entertaining. I
Fuck,
feel like
I really wish you watched episode four because oh my God.
I might be mildly distracted by the drama of what's his face, the dad, Eleven's like
Oh,
dad,
Hopper.
Hopper.
Yeah,
Um,
because like when he gets hurt, I'm like, I don't care.
yeah, it's weird. Or I'm like, oh, is it there? Like, is that him being, like an asshole? And then I'm trying to think back of like his character as a whole. Like he was so much more endearing, like when he first meets her. Because that like whole season where he's like the Russian prison
Three?
series, like that was just kind of like a weird, I don't know, like almost like okay, this is a small town sheriff cop like in the beginning and then he like just a little bit of okay, random, vibes.
Yeah. And also because of the drama too that's happening in public, it does like give that off like your uh,
Yeah, I'd be
uh.
okay if he died. Um
I I would agree with that
in the
sentiment.
show.
Well, yeah, obviously in the
Yeah.
show.
Um yeah, I'm okay with that. So
Okay, so
also like yeah.
I was gonna say, so let's talk through it. So obviously you did. I'm being very careful about because I know a lot happens in episode four. Oh, you are in for a treat. Um, and I would very highly advise you watching it sooner rather than later so you're not spoiled of what happens. But
So I see the Demogorgon attacks and severely injures Mike and Nancy, parents of Karen and Ted, before disappearing with Holly to the Upside Down. 11 follows the Demogorgon through a gate into the Upside Down, finds Hopper, and the two search for Holly until they encounter a giant wall surrounding the edge of Hawkins. Say that 5 times.
Hawkins. Yeah, it does get weird.
Jonathan accuses Steve of competing for Nancy's attention before a bloody Dustin finds him. Okay, what did you think about poor listen. Were you
He
not like, what is going on with you, bud?
he is grieving the death of Eddie so hard, obviously with wearing his shirt and the rings
And the hair.
and the hair. But oh my God, I fucking hate this. So I was just actually texting with Brittany, and I was just talking about that because she's live texting, so that's why I keep glancing over. She's watching it currently right now. Um, but she's been texting me like her thoughts on things. She's like, I'm so over this bully bullshit, like this bully trope. And I said, I just can't imagine being someone that could just beat the shit out of someone and then be completely fine and walk away. Like, do you not have empathy?
Oh,
You're a serial killer. If you can just beat the actual ever living shit, they could have killed him. How many of them?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, and then I was thinking, like, if my either way, if my son ever got beat up like that, or if
If
my
they were the
son was
bully.
doing that, yeah. So, that's hard to
No.
watch.
And it's just like, again, that thought doesn't cross their mind. Like, you were all ganging up on him, kicking him, beating him, all of this, but you're not thinking like all it
Brute.
takes,
Yeah.
all it takes is one kick to the head and you could kill him.
Hmm.
And you don't care. You could break his nose and kill him
Yep.
and you don't care. Like, what is wrong with you?
Uh, Absolutely psychotic. And I just felt so bad. And the fact that uh what's his face? Steve goes in on him,
Oh my
about
God, I was so
it. And you're
mad.
like, Steve, shut up.
No sympathy whatsoever. He's like, he basically is victim blaming because he's like, well, what did you do to
But
egg
he
it on?
knows because he says, like, who beat you up? Was it blah 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 blah? So he knows, but he's still kind of like railed in. And I just was like, that's shitty. Um, what did you think about Lucas looks so big that
He's
with
an
my
adult.
he's an adult and he's got muscles. I was like, what a handsome young man.
Well,
But also so sad to see what's her name?
Max,
Yeah.
I
And the
just love,
song was
ugh,
so good still.
I just love that he still is visiting her and he still cares about her so much. And I know that we see, if you saw the trailer, we do see a glimpse of him carrying her with the boombox in his hand, but she's still like in a coma.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so what's happening there? What's going to happen there? Obviously, he has to take her out of the hospital, so clearly something's afoot. Um, but you got
So I got okay, so
so
to
how
wrap
much of
up
Max have
that
you? I was
scene,
going to say,
okay,
how
so
much of Max have you seen?
that episode, I haven't seen her when she's said I read a little bit ahead on chapter three or yeah, chapter three. Okay, so to finish episode two, Nancy and Mike theorized that Mr. What's It, Holly's imaginary friend, may be a real and involved in Holly's disappearance. Robin proposes using Will's telepathic link to the hive to mind to track Holly in the Upside Down, and Karen informs Nancy and Mike that Mr. Watts' first name is Henry, whom they realize is Vecna's human form. Will discovers his earlier visions were actually Vecna's point of view, and he stalks Holly, realizes he can go to Vecna's targets. Okay, chapter three. I actually don't think I started at three now. Like I'm reading and I'm like, that doesn't sound familiar. But
Girl.
please, it's okay. Talk about it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, no, no. Okay, so going back to chapter two, I guess it kind of will mold into three.
Okay.
So the revelation of his brain is his visions, is Vecna's visions, basically of like he can kind of see through his eyes. I do feel like that's going to come into play at some point, clearly, because like we're going to obviously have Vecna involved at some point because we've obviously seen Jamie Campbell Bower in his human form.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, you saw Vecna, but it's like obviously at some point there, and I'm really being very careful about what I'm saying. Um, have you seen the cave
Uh,
in the Red Rocks?
no.
Where's Holly?
Holly, no, because I realized like we didn't even start three. So Holly realizes, or she's in a house.
She's in the house from season three.
Yeah.
She's in Henry's house.
Yes. Yeah.
She's in Vecna's house.
Yeah.
Remember?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're there, and there's the whole Tiffany thing. She's making cakes, just having a laissez-faire moment, and blah 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 blah. She's trusting this Henry guy,
Mhm.
Mr. What's it, but we know him as Henry.
Yeah.
Okay, I,
Uh,
I'm like really trying not to skip ahead. Have you seen a flyer at all?
have you seen a flyer?
Like a
Oh,
piece of paper flyer?
um, no, I haven't.
Okay,
I
I
haven't.
won't say anything then.
Okay. Okay.
That gives nothing away. I'm
Oh,
like that gives nothing away at all.
well, I'm reading the catch up two of three.
But don't go to four because that you need to go in blind.
Okay. Okay.
If you can
Um,
avoid spoilers until you watch four, you are going to be in for a treat
well,
because
I'll go tonight. We're gonna end soon, and I'll go
yeah,
tonight.
we're
Watch
going to
that.
wrap pretty early, but you need text me the moment you finish episode four. I don't give an actual flying fuck what time it is. I need your reaction in the moment.
Okay, deal. So we'll leave it there, and then we might as well say like what our plan is. We are going to go into what you watched outside of Stranger Things, but so next week we'll be recording on Saturday, and we're going to be doing like a special holiday treat. But I think what we'll do is we'll have a special like segment for Stranger Things,
Hmm.
uh, and then we'll be off for 2 weeks in December, basically Christmas, and keep me honest, and then the New Year's week.
So the thing is, volume two of Stranger Things, like the other episodes plus the finale will have happened. So when we get back, we're going to have a big catch up then.
Okay,
So
deal.
we have to do like, because Christmas Eve is when, or Christmas is when volume two happens, and then the finale episode happens on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So you're,
New Year's Eve.
huh?
No, New Year's Eve. Hilarious. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna literally, so my plans right now before I go into what we watch for my New Year's Eve is I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did last year, which was so fucking cute and so adorable. You can steal my idea because it was actually such a hit. So since I have two little guys, obviously I need to take into that account because I want them involved, but I'm not going to keep their asses up till midnight. So I did a whole glow in the dark. I got clear balloons with confetti. This year I don't think I'm going to do confetti. I still find random pieces of confetti like under the couch. Um, it's like wedged in the like floorboard kind of thing of like situation. Um, but I'm gonna do a glow in the dark balloons and we do a whole dance party thing. And so they get a play in the glow in the dark. Everything's dark in here. But then we do the 9 p.m. New York ball drop.
Yep.
And I actually put like a balloon drop and we pull it and then the balloons fall. And I think this year I will let them have confetti, but it's just gonna be like one popper. It's not gonna be every balloon had confetti in it, and it was just too much.
It'd be fun with like streamers in it, and then you can just like it's like easier to clean up. You
Ooh.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
because
long.
the ones I had were those ones that stick to the floor, not like it's just
I know what you're talking about.
by
It's like
static
two.
cling.
It's like.
Oh my God. It was fun. But oh my God. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But then when I put them to sleep, I'm gonna watch the finale.
Hmm. Oh,
And
smart.
yeah, so I will, and then I'll probably end up having a palate cleanser with and then watch Wicked for good.
Hilarious.
But what I watch is I'm still watching Gilmore Girls, just a good old rewatch. I did watch Family Stone because
It's my one of my favorite.
it
Um,
was a hard one to watch this year because of Diane Keaton's passing.
yeah.
It was a rough one because obviously we all know what happens in the end of Family Stone. So I just got very busy during the last like 5 minutes. I had to do something in the kitchen and start prepping stuff. So I purposely kind of avoided the ending of Family Stone because it is very sad. And it's just it's a tough one to watch this year because again, she passed so recently. So um I watched Four Christmases, always a hit, always a fun, hilarious movie with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. I did watch tonight. I watched we were doing an arts and crafts for another ornament project. Um I watched Christmas Vacation. It's one of my favorites. I love that movie. But I also watched a couple of good series, and Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Before I get into those two, I did watch the Dancing with the Stars finale. And I actually forgot to talk about last week that I did watch, obviously, the semifinale where Whitney gets sent home. And Whitney is from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. No. Is it Wives or just Secret Life of Mormons? Anyway, so she's a phenomenal dancer. She got voted out, and a lot of people are saying because of the fact that the Secret Lives Mormon, I think it's Mormon Wives, got released and everyone doesn't like her because of like how the show portrays her. So she got voted out. So Call Her Daddy brought her on to have the interview, and then they were able to perform their freestyle, which is like the big, big, like grand. They can do anything they want in this freestyle dance. They both do it together. They like do the choreography and all that stuff. It was so good. She would have won if she was able to stay on. Guaranteed.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Dancing with the Stars finale at the end, like Dylan Efron was fifth, I think. And then Jordan was fourth, I want to say. And then Eileen, or no, Eileen was fourth. She was from Parent Trap,
Hmm.
and I Know What You Did Last Summer. But in
Oh
the
yeah.
end, the winner, it was between, man, it's really spacing me who was the second place. But anyway, Robert Irwin and Alex Earl. So Robert Irwin and Alex Earl were the last two, and Robert Irwin won. And it happened, he won 10 years after his sister had won 10 years prior. So, all in all, it was a great, like, he's really great. He is super performative.
I
He
agree.
does all of the facial, like, he's very charismatic. So, I think it was wise that, that he won. I just think that if Whitney hadn't been voted off because of, reality TV politics, she would have won.
Mm.
So,
I'm looking at the winners. Funny.
but
Very
highly
nice.
recommend if you want to see what her freestyle would have been with Mark. Watch the Call Her Daddy episode that was just released on YouTube, and you can watch the entire dance, and it's superb. It's superb.
Mm.
I did watch, so the two series that everyone has been talking about left, right, and center, I watched All Her Fault with the chick from Succession and the teeth guy from The Office and White Lotus, and then Dakota Fanning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's on Peacock. I think you can also watch on an Apple TV. This show, 10 out of 10. Oh my God. It is so it starts off basically a mom goes to go pick up her, I think five or six, to go pick up her child from a play date, and the child's not there.
Oh God.
And it then goes into this whole crazy, like, where's her child? It's kidnapping, blah, blah, blah. It has not one, not two, not three, but four turns and twists that you didn't even see coming.
Check it out.
You need to watch it. I'm not going to say any more about it, but oh my Lord. Wow. Like I would, this is like the definition on the edge of your seat situation. And it's one of those ones where you're like, you can't just stop. You have to keep going because you want to find out what happened.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
one that you can just like pause and then walk away from. No, no, no. You're like glued in. It's so good. And then another one that a lot of people were talking about too was The Beast in Me.
mm-hmm. I've
That's the
heard
one
about
with Claire Danes, Brittany Snow, and the guy from
it.
the show, the Confederate show. Not
Um,
Confederate. Not Confederate. What is it? Starts with a C.
uh,
Oh my God. It's gonna bother me.
is it
Uh,
math right race?
yeah. What is he in? He's in with like Felicity, the girl.
Yeah. Oh God, dear Lord, here I'm
You know
searching
the show I'm talking about.
exactly what show you're talking about. The Americans.
Yeah, and it's like about communism.
Yeah, the
That's
Americans.
it. That's what I meant. Not Confederate communism. Um, so Claire Danes suspects her neighbor, him, and Brittany Snow. She suspects that he is a murderer and he killed his ex-wife. And it's
Mm,
and this one's on Netflix. This is kind of the same situation where it's like, what is true? What did he really do? Is this all in her head? But then other people come out of the woodwork. So it's another one of those whodunit, not really whodunit because all her fault was absolutely a whodunit. This is more of like, is her suspicion accurate?
mm,
And it goes in some gnarly stuff, but I would highly recommend The Beast in Me as well as All Her Fault. Both superb. I just finished The Beast in Me today. So I
mm.
would, if I had to choose between both, I'd definitely say All Her Fault.
All her fault. Okay. I'm writing it down. I also really been wanting to watch the Pluribus. Have you
Oh,
seen
I've
that?
heard about that. No,
That also looks really good. So
people have
fun.
been talking a lot about that too. Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm like mid sneeze, but we have like a couple shows. We're like, okay, we need to finish this so that we can start watching.
Well,
Uh,
and you're going to be gone, so are you going to be watching shows when you're out
oh,
there?
I don't. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe a little bit, but probably not very much.
Yeah.
Uh, I hope not.
Try to finish as many shows as you can before you leave, so
Yeah,
then you don't have to
exactly.
come back and have like 15.
New year, like new year, new shows. That's what I
Ex
want.
exactly. And also you're going to have to come back and catch up on all the Stranger Things and hopefully have avoided all of the spoilers because you know those spoilers are going to be everywhere.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we can
But
fix that.
actually, this would be a great to going out on. So the quote, and I quote from, I think it was the Duffer Brothers. They were quoted to say, there are 4 confirmed deaths in the final season. Everyone started assuming it was the good guys. That doesn't
Hmm.
mean it's the good guys. So, of all of the characters, who are the 4 you think will die? I
So
think that
total
I think
four.
Vecna, obviously.
Yeah. Um, honestly, maybe 11.
I was thinking either 11 or Will.
I feel like Will too.
Oh, both?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. Potentially maybe Hopper. I feel like that's
Hmm.
an easy
You think
one.
that, okay, so there are 4 confirmed deaths. So does that mean that there's not more than that? Because obviously we know that some more bad guys have to die, right?
That's true.
Everyone is like obviously fearful that it's going to be either Dustin or Steve. And I'm like, I don't know if they were going to do that because that people will riot. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know. I don't think that Steve will die.
I don't think so. I don't think Steve will die. I think it's more likely that like someone that Vecna has a hold on or is like, like connected to is gonna die,
I can't
right?
wait. I can't wait till you watch episode 4. I'm just not going to say anything else because
Okay, great.
you're on to something. You're on to something. All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
why
Okay.
don't you do this? It's perfect timing for you to go finish episode 3 and episode 4. And you then text me the second you finish watching episode 4.
Amazing. All right, guys. Well, see you next time.
Yeah. And like, subscribe, and share and comment and all the fun stuff. And have an amazing rest of hopefully your vacation. And I'm hoping you're off, clearly not having to check in back and work until Monday. For me, I'm off Monday, so I'll be still on vacation.
See you later.
Alligator.
Bye.